Most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work. You need somebody?
When I need proof, I pray that I find the truth. Feel like it's pulling my tooth, and what's done in the dark slowly letting me loose. My love right by my side, she know I ain't got no proof. Picture me, tossing in my sleep. I'm fighting demons alone, she hugging me, screaming we. Picture somebody bringing life to your life. Got the plug, told Virgil, right wife on my wife. Nigga, easy.
And we back here with my brothers. We gonna give you these lessons that we've learned so we can move through life listeningly. All right. Before we get into it, how was everybody's week?
My bad, I ain't pay you no mind.
All right.
We here.
Yeah. How's everybody week?
We was straight, man.
Same here, man. Just thank God for another week. Thank God for waking us up and we all in good health.
We had to get a radon system put in the crib, and that shit was like $1,200. We had to get some birds made their way into the fucking something. We had to get that fixed. That was like $500.
I want to tell you something that I learned from a coworker real quick. With you moving into a new house, did you find out how the plumbing works?
Well, because we didn't get stamped on the house yet. Not a specific house, no.
Well, one of the things that I would
you mean like as far as septic tanks and shit like that?
One of the things I definitely would encourage was, and again, she learned from her mistakes, is to see if you can get, with your home insurance, get an add-on for sewage protection.
So if depending on the house that you have, right? Like if you get a house you get a townhouse, townhouse is in a community, they all form, you get HOA fees. Yeah. And the HOA fees cover sewage and all that shit. So with them, it come with that. But if you get like a single house or if you get a regular row home, not so much. The HOA fees covered, but that's the thing with the HOA fees. You can't
put shit on your lawn.
You can't put shit on your lawn. You can't paint your house. You can't paint your door.
All that dumb shit.
Yeah, like certain, depending on your area, like the house that we want, we could get a deck put on.
Gotcha.
But because it's already laid out for us to get it put on, but you gotta go through their people.
Gotcha.
So hopefully it ain't a lot of money to get that joint put on, but. Yeah, the HOA fees cover all that.
Gotcha.
Trash removal, snow removal, all that good shit.
Because long story short, she said that she's having some plumbing issues. And they found something and they gotta dig up and all some shit. And it's gonna cost 7 to 10 racks, which is why I'm afraid to own a home.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's why you're afraid to own a home? Stop bitching, nigga. It's part of life. Learn life.
7 to 10 racks?
Yeah. Nigga, did you forget I just had to fix the hot water heater on Christmas, on Heroes' first Christmas? You forgot about that?
I didn't forget about that, but I'm just saying. When someone says...
with the rubber ducky.
When someone says 7 to 10 racks...
Asia came downstairs, I'm just pouring water out of the thing, pouring it in a bucket.
When you say 7 to 10 racks, you're just like, you don't get like, damn, like that's a lot.
But you also got to think that like that's covering up 25 years. 7 to 10 racks to cover up a 25-year problem.
So yeah, that's just it. Just when she told me the information, it just freaked me out a little bit because again, homeowner.
And again, man, I can't wait for like my brothers, like all my niggas to like get to that point where like they ready to get a crib and all that shit. Like it's yes, shit like that comes along with it, but like to have to get in that space of life where like you're not just paying for a mortgage, like paying for a home that you could call yours, that you could pass down, and that money is not going in another nigga pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, niggas come out, fix whatever they want to fix, cool, but like it's just a different. It also comes with a different feeling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So thank God like we own the house that we got now, that we just sold, but like the fact that like we about to walk away with a grip. And
so for my own selfish reason, do any of the houses that y'all looking at got a pool?
No.
Y'all moved to Jersey with no pool?
Bitch, you ain't gotta do that. Like, damn, you just going like
Not coming.
That hurt. That hurt. But we got a 7-year plan. So the one to get what we really want, we looking at like 500,000 to get what we really want. And with this, it's just a stepping stone. So this 7-year plan, then we gonna rent out this joint because we learned that houses of this price and what they look like, people be renting them joints out.
Are you using Crash Course?
Like, huh?
Are you using Crash Course?
Are we using Crash Course?
Yeah.
It's Crash. You stupid. I had to think about that. No, we're not using Crash Course. This is fucking stone cold legitimate money.
My bad.
Legitimate money and credit, yeah. But like I'm just like I can't wait for like when y'all like get ready to do y'all shit, like the shit y'all gonna be coming to me saying that just irritated about selling, about all this shit. I'm gonna just be like, yeah, I remember them days. Like, I can't wait for all my niggas to do that. So it's decent. What's up?
For me, I don't have to sell.
Me neither.
I just be like, hey, I'm not renewing.
My bad.
Which most likely is probably gonna be next year. Like, we're gonna start looking into
I mean, it's in effect like the equity we walking away with. It's like it's enabling us to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you all off camera, but
yeah,
it's super solid. But Chef, how was your week, bro?
It was good. We had those 2 events. Shout out to my staff at both sites. 2 successful summer events. And I think we're looking forward to the next one in June, end of June, for the 4th of July.
Solid.
Cool. Steph?
Good week. Just good work week.
How the new trainees doing?
They're doing pretty good.
Are they not considered trainees no more?
No, that kicked them out the nest.
Wow.
Got you.
Yeah.
Did you teach them? Or did they learn?
Huh?
Were they learned or taught how to do their job?
They were told to do their fucking job right. Because my reputation on my goddamn. But no, I taught them everything, and so like, they definitely were sponges to what I taught them, and I let those birdies free.
Tweet.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get into it. This week's episode. Currently, what are your triggers? We're going to talk about growth as men, our growth as men. What are our current triggers if we have any?
Can I start?
What you say?
Saying, can I start?
Sure, go ahead. What's your triggers for name calling?
Yo.
Before we get there.
Go ahead.
So, the one time that I actually went to therapy, right?
Come on. This nigga ain't ever in life say, can I start?
Serious. I'm just saying. Sorry. So the one time when I decided I was going to sit on somebody's couch and have a conversation, gave them a whole life story, told them everything. This boy looked me dead in my eyes and said, your triggers are your parents. And I haven't backed the ball since then. Because the way he summed it up, the nigga was accurate.
So why you ain't go back? Is that not more the reason to go back?
That because he like, I mean, it was more to it than that, but he summed up everything in one session, and then told me at the end that my trigger was my parents.
So my question to you is,
stayed away from him.
So the fact that you got that lesson without going back to him, how did you move through life listeningly after that?
I watched my responses to either of them, so that it wouldn't like agitate me like as much. Like I'm not just gonna cut them off.
Not us, but them.
Yeah, to either of them. Yeah, because they were my triggers. You guys aren't my triggers.
Just playing with folks, man.
But then even at that, like, I'm also a guy that can just cut people off. And I tell people this all the time. Like, if I can cut off a parent, what you think you mean to me, bro? You know.
Yeah.
So, you know. But what you asked me, what was my triggers? The name card depends on what the name is. Because sometimes I don't have that's not a trigger for me. That's actually funny.
Bro. It's a fucking trigger for me.
Yeah.
It's obviously a trigger for him.
It's close. I didn't know it was a trigger for you, though. You never said that.
I've said that plenty. Every time he said it, I agree with him.
Oh, man.
Every time he said it, I agree with him.
Well, that's because I don't listen. So, you know. Miguel listened. Jerome didn't.
Insert my Tiffany Pollard meme.
I don't have a trigger for that. It doesn't bother me.
That's my trigger when it comes to strangers or randoms. Like if he called me that, I don't feel like. But if a
Not the
random
randoms,
called me
though.
that, like you know how when you walk, like if you walk into a building or a store or something, you hold the door for somebody. Excuse me, you hold the door for somebody, and they be like, "You look a big man."
No, it's definitely big guy for me, yo. It's
Big man, big guy,
Like I really like
all that shit.
we in this little ass line. We both in this little ass line. You trying to get past it? Excuse me, big guy. I want to fight.
Know what you do?
I ain't mad at you.
Put your stomach on.
Like I want to fight. Like you can call me. You excuse me. Like you don't have to even call me by any. Just excuse me. Like get my attention and say excuse me.
My man, gotta get by.
Yeah, like
None of that shit is. I really feel like that's a whole mental thing. Like it's. Let me say this on purpose. There's like, because if it was a woman,
you're not exactly.
If it was a woman, you're not even gonna say shorty. Excuse me, shorty. You would say, excuse me, can I get by? Or
I call every female ma'am.
you would say ma'am. You see what I'm saying? So you're not gonna say shorty. You're not gonna
Or you
say
say something there, like nigga, like even though sometimes it's not a way, excuse me, sweetheart, or something like that.
But, like,
But you're not gonna say, you're not gonna
it's
say, excuse me, big woman.
Is exactly.
Ma'am.
Or kids. Like you not like you only say that to men and kids. Like if kids is in your way, excuse me, young boy.
Yeah,
Like niggas will say that. Like that's like so if it's men, excuse me, big guy, excuse me, chief, excuse me, boss. Let me get by.
See, I don't use those, but so the one that I hate, I hate when people call me sir and mister. I hate it, especially when you in the same age range.
I never got called Mister. I got called sir.
yeah, I got so.
I
I don't mind, sir.
I don't like sir
I don't
You
like
like
sir
sir?
when it's someone
because
older
when
than
I
me.
use sir, I'm being an asshole.
When I hear Mister,
I said, who you talking to?
I feel like I'm in a suburb and like a white kid is like
So I have a
Mister.
I'm quite sure you know some of TY friends, right? What do they call you?
Mr. Ant.
I don't like Mister. I hate it.
They not gonna call me Ant. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
And I get it. Don't call me Mister.
TY friends? Nah.
But those are different. All right.
Yeah,
so
like,
it might
even
be a
when
little
I was
different
when I
because-
was driving the school bus, Mr. Ant. Like,
no, but all right. It might. I probably use that wrong.
and I like to relate to the kids, so it's definitely Ant. So it's Mr. Ant and not Mr. Handy or Mr. Anthony. Like I let like when I was doing that. So even with TY friends, like just know that I come
That
from.
probably was a bad example because you actually got a son, so it's like you got a son there, so it's like you know how to separate that gap in terms of age.
Yeah, but
So that's
I
probably,
just
that probably wasn't that a good example. For me, I'm
relating
sorry.
is more so my thing when it comes to that. So if a younger person say Mr. Ant, like I like it, but specifically little kids or TY friends, Mr. Ant.
Now maybe if somebody was calling me Mr. Rome as opposed to Mr. Jerome, it probably wouldn't annoy me as much. But I just don't call me that. Don't call me sir. Don't call me old head. I don't like old head neither.
The only thing I don't like about being called sir is when people are older than me call me sir.
And that's what makes me mad.
That's the only
However,
thing.
you got the
It's
salt and
not
pepper
a
bear, so
trigger.
they don't even know.
It's not a trigger. I just don't like when older people call me
Why?
because I respect your seniority.
But they don't know.
They don't. Yeah, they obviously don't know. But like if
They respect your growth though,
I mean I appreciate that.
or they respect your position.
They respect the salt and pepper on your beard because they don't even know how old you are. That's why they say sir.
But my whole thing is they don't. Again,
Or old
granted,
head.
they don't know.
Man,
But
that nigga died
I
before.
I can tell. Like when I hear people's voices, I can obviously tell that you're older than me. If you call me sir, I'm not gonna. It's not a trigger. It's not like I'm going to get triggered. It's just like hey, listen, I'm pretty sure you're older. Mm-hmm. You probably have kids my age.
No, don't call me sir. I don't like
You
sir.
don't have to call me sir. But
I don't
big
like
guy,
sir.
that's the one. That's
So
the
when
one
you
that's too hot.
was messing with Shorty who had the kids, were her kids old enough to talk?
They call me Rome.
Got you wrong. When I was messing with Shorty, her kids called me Mr. Ant.
Yeah,
I
never
didn't tell them to though. They just was doing it.
call me Rome.
But I ain't had no problem with that. Like my pop girlfriends, like that he had, and the girlfriend that he got now is definitely Miss.
No, I don't
his
have an
first
issue
girlfriend
with
after
me.
they got, cause like she told me, she was like, don't call me Miss, like just say my name, and I was like, all right, cool. But the one after that, and then the one he got now is definitely Miss. The one that he got now, I think is older than him, so it was definitely gonna be Miss.
No, I don't have an issue calling Miss and Mister. I just have an issue when people like don't like again, like if it's like a kid, like Mister. All right, I get that, but I just feel like if you like, for me, 17 and up, don't call me mister.
Let me ask you a question. It's not on here, right? But as men, we say that a trigger for us is being called big guy. Rome, you said you didn't have an actual trigger. But what about when we were kids?
I wasn't
When
a big
we
kid.
were kids?
I wasn't a big kid.
Yeah.
I don't think I was. All right, elaborate. What do you mean?
So when you were a kid, did people like have like the?
They called me Godzilla because I had big feet. That was a fucking trigger.
My point.
They
exactly.
called me Bigfoot because I had big feet. That was a fucking trigger.
That's my
As
point.
you can clearly tell by the way that I'm talking, they're the fucking triggers.
All right, so for me, it wasn't a trigger. It was more so a way for me. I told you I used to get called Alligator Boy and all that shit. Like I told you.
But I feel like you started it because you would bust on people and then you would say
No,
it so
niggas
that
would
they
bust
couldn't
on
say
me 'cause my
No, I
skin,
get
bro.
it. But yeah, so they would say something. You would start with that about you, like you
I
pulled
always
the
had
Eminem
little
effect.
hands. I always had a little head.
You pulled
so
the Eminem
niggas would
effect.
call me egghead, all that shit. Niggas would bust on me first. I never was the nigga who bust on niggas first. Like when I was a kid, Alligator Boy, or me having a small head, like niggas used to bust on me about that. So that the reason why it wasn't a trigger was because I learned how to bust from that. Like I remember one time I was young and I was in a camp and the boy who, you know how he was a camp counselor, he was like 16, 17 years old. I was like 9, 10. And he just went around the table and was lighting niggas the fuck up. And I cried. Like he got me, he's so, like, I think I was like 8. And it was probably like around the time, it was like one of them summers from Finletter. And I think like that was like the last summer that I let anybody bust on me. And it was ball game after that. And it was more so because I was also like a little hood nigga. So somebody told Nugget best friend that I was crying at the camp. And when she said something to Nugget, my dad was there. So she was like, Anthony, why you was crying at the camp today? And my pop was like, what? And Nugget was like, what? And I ain't want to snitch on main man, because mind you, the camp was at a church and all that shit. So I'm just like, I don't want to snitch. But my pop ended up getting it out of me. And I felt bad that I had to snitch on homie because he was still cool, even though he busted on everybody at the table. And
No, you ain't
had
cool.
me
You made me,
crying.
if you made me cry, you ain't cool.
Yeah, but like, I mean, as a kid, like, you know, like the old head nigga around there, he used to, like, when we had to break outside, we would go to the baseball field and then we would go to the poppy store around the corner, across the street, and he'd like buy everybody snacks and shit. So, excuse me, he'll buy everybody snacks and shit. So he was like one of them, but he was just at the table getting us the fuck out of here, but he just got me the fuck out of here, like crazy.
Cry. Now,
And
now,
I was like 8
now
or-
I'm on board to get shot. As a kid, you made me cry. You gotta get shot.
That's terrible, bro. So, all right.
Cause it's a trigger. When I'm a kid and old heads busting on kids, bro,
Yeah,
I
so
guess my
at
shoot
that
this
time,
whole
that
joint
was
now.
the last time I let niggas just bust on me and I ain't say nothing. I came back. I should have knew what the fuck vitriol was in 96. Cause you had it? I had vitriol in 96, 97.
So, all right. For me, and again, this is crazy that I had a friend when I was like in like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, whatever case may be.
We all did.
But he was one of the young boys who had a softer voice, and you can just tell that maybe he was going to grow up and be gay, right? So I was cool with him. I'm a young boy. I'm cool with him. He like Power Rangers, whatever case may be. We like to have fun or whatever. Dudes would call him.
F
Probably
word.
gonna have to beep this out.
The F word.
Yes.
Say the F word.
Yeah. F word.
F word.
Yeah. Now, because I was cool with him, they would call me that.
But that was in the early 90s, mid 90s. That was like the word. That was the word.
That's
Even
what-
if you wasn't that, it was
Yeah,
the word.
exactly. So that was a trigger for me because it's like just because I'm hanging around with somebody who may or may not.
Remember Belly? I think DMS called the cops that.
Bro, that was DMX line. Bro, I be doing Uber and Lyft.
nothing to do
Bro,
with gay. He
I be
was
doing, look, one day I was
But the
doing
90s, that was
Listen,
it. That was
so
the
no
word.
lie, no lie. Sorry, I'm coming right back. I promise. I'm in the car. I'm doing Lyft. It's like a Friday night. It's like 1:00 in the morning. 2 guys get in the car. Yes, you are that. Song comes on. y'all gonna make me lose my. And I'm rapping lyrics. I'm like, think about it. You acting, you twisted, you girl. He going in. And I said, ooh, skip. Like, I'm not, cause I'm like, it's me. And I'm just like, yeah. Earl couldn't rap. He can't rap these joints. No, not now. Skip.
But my whole thing is like, as a kid, you know, when people call you names, it doesn't register like fuck out of here or whatever. Cause you're a young boy. So like, it was just like, yo, I'm not that. That's not who I am. Just because I'm cool with him, I'm not guilty by association or whatever the case may be. So like that was a trigger for me because it happened a lot. Just because I was friends with him or whatever. And like, this is sad to say. But when you got so when we moved and we got transferred from school, ain't nobody gonna call me that word before. I got to deal with that. But it was crazy because, like, I want to say, like, by the time I was 16, right, I seen them again. It was me, my mom, and my sisters. And
this is like 7 years later.
Yeah, 7 years later, we seen them again. And the crazy part about it is, it was behavior that was taught that, like, if I'm around him, people are gonna call me this or whatever the case may be. So when I seen him, he said my name.
You take the shit out.
Hey, yo. You going to the basement, bro.
That nigga said, step. Mom probably like, you hear him calling you?
No, shut up.
She did.
No,
She definitely did. Cross the street and shit, waiting for the bus. Huh? What?
Yo, that is some funny shit. Oh shit.
Yo, you part of the problem. That's toxic, bro.
I was 16.
Bro, you toxic.
Alright, so look, are you done?
Yeah.
Alright, so look.
You got one of them stories too?
Kinda. We helping Asia move, right?
Okay.
So we get to her apartment, we moving shit out and all that.
The one she just moved to?
No, we was here. We was putting the stuff in the truck. We putting the stuff in the truck, right? So it got misunderstood where Ari was gonna go when my mom and Freddie go on their honeymoon, right? So I think they thought Ari was gonna go down to Virginia with Asia for 10 days. But Ari thought that they asked her was she gonna go down there, period. So that's the beginning of it, right? So the next part is Ari was gonna bring her homie, and he's gay. Cool young boy though. Like, but my mom refers to him as a bleed. So you know how like you got gay and I guess like the flamboyant type, and then just like all out. Like I guess he's like,
I never knew it was broken down to those categories, but okay.
To us, it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
So that's why I'm getting there.
Okay.
To us, it's not.
I'm
To
confused.
us, it's just gay, right? I don't care if you snap. I don't care if you drag. I don't care if
watch it.
I'm just saying. I'm saying I don't care what you are. At the end of the day, you just gay to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Watch it.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but not because even at that, like because we're not in that realm. Some people consider that being disrespectful.
No, this is. I get what you're saying, but I would like to believe it's more so when people be like, "Man, you can do what you want as long as you don't say nothing to me. I'm good." That's when it's like, cause nigga, you probably ain't even they fucking type. You probably ain't nobody in that community type shit. The whole community, the whole community. Hey, you is not that fucking type. What are you talking about? You get yo. So when she said it, I was just like, "Why you gotta say that? Like, why you gotta say he a bleed? Like, why you?" And she was just like, "What? He is." And my pop was like, "You sound like you offended." And I'm like, I would hate to be gay, like, cause if I was, I really feel like y'all would disown me.
Yeah,
Cause like y'all just say it and it's just free. Like if you gay, you gay. Like it don't gotta be a specific joint about gay. And it was all about. It was all like my pop joint is like I don't care if you gay. Can you not take him with you when you go down there? Like I just rather you if you take because he just want a girl. You don't want her. Like at the end of the day, he's still a man. I guess that's my pop joint. So and I get it. Like I understand. As a parent, although I don't have daughters, but I don't know if like my niggas who got daughters will feel the same way, but as a parent, I can understand it because I'm a parent. Right?
I'm safer.
take him with you, okay? But
Don't take Main Man's a trigger,
is
too.
he
Don't call
like
me Main Man.
flamboyant? Absolutely, he most certainly is. Like,
But your pop probably think he probably think it's a cover up.
I don't know what he think, but he just like on that type time. But my mom just like that because that's who he is. That's the word that he's stamped with.
That's not cool at all, yeah.
And Asia,
You tell her.
no, because I ain't even going to tell. So, I was like, no, I'm not offended, but I'm just like, my sister is gay, and I have gay friends who I'm really close with, like, and Scrap was like, but if they was here, would you say it to their face? I was like, I ain't going that far. But Scrap ain't care because that's who she is, and that's her community. So I ain't mad at Scrap for saying that. Like, if they was here, would you say that? But even if they was here, you probably wouldn't say that because it would be deemed disrespectful. So what's the difference between them not being here and them are being here?
I don't know. I got your mom down for saying it. We know who the real gangster
But it's
is.
just it's like that shit. Like, no, it wasn't a trigger to me, but it wasn't a trigger for me, but it's a trigger to know that
It's being talked about.
it's
or
being
said.
categorized as multiple things instead of just one. Like why can't he just be gay? Like, why he got to be because he's flamboyant? Why he got to be this or like because if he's any type whatever it is?
Just like there's no level of straightness.
Yeah, like it's just like gay just can't be gay. Like
I hate when niggas like I'm straight.
What that mean, bro? That mean they curious.
Like, what the fuck that mean? You straight.
He's so straight. He wasn't sure. Yeah, straight twice. I'm straight. Yeah, you straight or you're not, bro. Like,
Shit is dumb.
yeah, man. So I'm just like, dog. Like I was just like. And they it was kind of combative, and I was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go put this stuff on the truck because I was just like, let me end it right there because like the fact that I gotta like listen to y'all point and it gotta kind of be law and y'all can't listen to my point and agree to disagree. Like, it gotta be one way because that's what you deem it is. Like, I was just like, I'm gonna just go put this stuff on the truck. You right. And I was just walking down the hallway like, whew, thank God, because y'all disown the shit out of me. Y'all only boy at that?
yeah, I think that, and I don't understand why, but I think the dynamic is different when you have a gay son as opposed to a gay daughter. I don't know why. I do not know why. But
It's not,
depending
though.
on,
I told you it wasn't. It was a long time before they.
I get it, but the dynamic is always different. Whether it's the father or the mother, whether it's the son or the daughter, it's always different. Like, if it's a single parent that kind of like knew when the child was like younger, because you can see Trish, think they can like accept it. But it was like the child that, you know, they was just came out one day, came home, like LJ on The Best Man Holiday.
Yeah.
I think it would have been different. I think it was different for him because he just didn't see it. I saw the second episode. I said, "Oh yeah, he got a problem with his hands, big fella." I don't know. Like, and of course I'm watching it, but my brother's gay, so it's different.
And then
like,
you also gotta remember, like, that was a spiritual aspect with
Correct.
with Lance.
correct.
It ain't that with my pop.
And moving forward,
But as far as words, like when I was younger, I used to didn't like dickhead. Like, that was a trigger. Like, I think I got in like 2 fights because he called me a strong dickhead. And I got hit him with a strong punch. I matched the strength of the punch with the strength of the word. But as I got older, like, dickhead don't faze me no more. I think right now you gotta call me like a bum ass father or a nut ass nigga. Like, you like, yeah, I mean, because ain't nothing bum fatherish about me, and I pride myself on being solid, not being a real nigga, but being solid.
I definitely think the value of words change when you get older.
Yeah.
Growing up, you couldn't call me, "Yo, young boy, you a bitch." We're fighting.
Or pussy. Yeah.
No, that one still gets me. Can't no female call me that. Go get your brother, your dad, your uncle. Like, no. But like, we laugh and joke all the time. Bitch, and it's crazy because it's sad to say, but I think that word is kind of like a term of endearment now, depending on who you're talking to when it comes to like the relationship.
Bet money, bitch. Bitch, bet the money. Then.
Right, see what I'm saying? Like, you know. But the value of words definitely change when you get older. So like name calling doesn't bother me older, unless you say some, you put together a combination I never heard before. And I'm just like, ouch, that's different. But yeah.
So I can definitely tell you that everyone feels that invalidating my feelings or your feelings definitely is a trigger, like for sure.
Nigga, what?
Like, I think there's more so, and correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't think our wives do this either, A, on purpose or B, all the time. But when like you tell them how they feel about something and they tell you to man up or some shit like that, that's low key. You're invalidating my feelings. Like you told me to share with you.
I hate that in every aspect of life.
My wife never told me that, and I'm so glad she did because I probably would have threw something. Not at her, I just would have threw it.
I think Char told in the very beginning of our relationship. I think she told me I was girling.
That shit sucks.
She's like, "Yo, you girling." It low key felt worse than bitching. Like you bitching. Like I probably would have accepted, "Yo, you bitching over you girling."
Let me ask you a question.
Because that at this point,
what car did you have?
In the beginning, I think that's when I had the Plum Lucerne.
You ain't sleeping that bitch.
Yeah, cause I just felt like when you say you girling, it's like I told when I was young, I told like my niggas they was girling when they ain't want to like
do something about to get him in trouble.
Yeah, like
hot wire car or
shit
something
like that. Yeah. Like you fucking girling, nigga. Like, but when you bitching, like it's
like no, go ahead.
Oh yeah, like that was in the beginning. She ain't never say it again. Well, I think I got quiet after she said it. Like as opposed to like when we argue now and I be like, no, get the fuck out of here. Like
she told you stop grilling. You.
I was just like,
can you explain to me? Can you explain to me why you had to say that?
I ain't say shit. I was just like,
but is it more so like when you expressing how you feel about something, and then like I think that's more so like debilitating when there's somebody you trust and you talking to them and telling them how you feel about either A, something they did, or B, something that's going on, and it just like push it to the side like it didn't really matter.
No,
what you was about to say?
I started laughing because I thought about a lot of scenarios where I just fuck your feelings. especially at work, because like you can't like people are really trying to take advantage of you. So it's like you give me this whole sob story, and in my head.
All right, so both of y'all are supervisors at your job. I'm gonna tell you the story.
Excuse me, sir. If I tell you one more time, with director, it's the difference.
All right, y'all are superior at your job.
Don't do that.
Y'all are superior at your job. Like the superior, y'all are a superior person at your job. Supervisors. Okay.
Some people don't rather.
So look, I come in, and I guess somebody must have been out, right? So the first day. They asked me, right? Yo, can you take this? Cool. But they knew this person was out. They knew this person was out sick. They knew that shit. Didn't say nothing to me, but because the post office is probably like 7 minutes from me. Like it's Bala-Cynwyd, Narberth, Glenwood, Marion. Like they literally right around the corner from each other and all that shit, right? Cool. But it's a run for each of these joints, right? So I come in, hey, can you take Narberth? I'm like, cool. That was day one. The second day, all the way to the 9th day, they just slapped that shit on me. Didn't ask. I'm a regular. You're supposed to ask. Make sure it's cool. And somebody being out sick is not an emergency. An emergency is like somebody truck broke down or the gate lift up and the mail flew out or some shit like that is an emergency. Somebody calling out is not an emergency. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the 9th day came. I did it. From day 2 all the way up until day 9. 9th day came. Slapping on me. I go in there. Hey, what's going on? Good morning. What's going on, Eddie? I'm good. Can somebody else do this, John? He was like, no. and turned his head, like went back to no. That's strike one. Then I say, but like, why though? Like, y'all done slapped it on me for 9 days straight. Like, and I did it without a problem. Like, you telling me can't nobody do this on the 9th day? Like, y'all didn't even ask. Y'all ain't make sure of nothing. Like, I've been getting late. I've been getting back late on my lunch break and all that. We've been paying you for it, right? That's strike 2. Who the fuck said the money is all I care about? And it's only about 15 minutes, bitch. That's like $4. What the fuck what you talking about? Like, the taxes gonna come right the fuck off that. That's strike 2. So I'm like, all right, like, but I understand that, but this is kind of like inconveniencing me. Like, and I'm asking, like, and I did it for 9 days straight, out of problem. It's 4 other runs. Like, you got Haverford, you got Ardmore, you got Bryn Mawr. It's a lot of other people who could take this joint. So for 9 days, you didn't ask nobody who do them other 4 to 5 runs. You got Gladwin. You didn't ask none of these. It's literally all these post offices around. You didn't ask none of them. And he was like, and I'm not going to ask him. I asked you to do. No, he said, I'm not going to ask him. I told you to do something. Just do it. The sticker, I told you he slapped it on my joint every day, is a sticker, Narbeth, such bay, take the mail first 2 trips. 2 trips. Did that. I took the sticky note, slapped it right on it, so all the paper on his desk and shit like that. I took the sticky note and was like, I ain't doing this shit.
I had to fire the shit out you.
You can't fire, it's post office. You don't get fired that easy. Fuck yourself.
Not my job neither, but it's not the right thing to say.
So, slapped it on the desk, looked up at me. I walked the fuck out and I just did mine. Did Bala Kenwood, right? Left all that fucking mail there. And I didn't even mention this. It was shit that was going on.
So you had to do both?
Yes. I'm telling you, I had to do Bala Kenwood and Narbeth.
Gotcha.
For 9 days straight.
Gotcha.
Slapped it on my joint. Didn't ask me from day 2 all the way up to day 9.
I heard all that. I was just with Stefan, just so we're clear. I'm just making sure it was clear.
Here's the other thing. I was dealing with shit on the dock. I had to go to 2 different bays every day because they refused to bring the mail to me. Mm-hmm. Did I ask them? No. So he kind of got a point from that. I didn't ask them. I didn't tell him, yo, can you tell them to bring the mail? I'm on like bay 13. Can you bring the mail from like 27 down here? Because I was going from 13 to 27 every day.
So you was the original meme for get somebody else to do it?
What? So I got 3 trips and then I got the express trip, right? All 3 trips, the Narbeth mail was just sitting there. Every time I come back, they're like, yo, you taking Narbeth? No. So, because they started bringing it down to me. No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, so now they're bringing it to you.
Now they're bringing it to me, right? So he goes, after the 3rd trip, I do lunch, and then the 4th trip, I come back and I do the express trip, right? He says, the other supervisor called me. She like, hey, Andy. I'm like, what's up? She like, when you go on your lunch break, can you come upstairs? I'm like, absolutely. So I called my union rep. He said, I'm already up here waiting for you. We get in there, right? She busting it down. Hey, it's an emergency. You're supposed to do your stop. She started breaking down the fucking distance. You are 1.6 miles away from all that shit. I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is how he spoke to me. Oh, he also came out in front of everybody and started yelling at me and shit. Started doing all types of crazy shit. And I kept my composure. That's how you want to play it? You sure that's how you want to play it? Just let me know. And he started going crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy. He tall too. He like 6'5".
Oh, you bitch.
He was like Kane. Nigga like Kane to me. Like,
real
shit. Like, he's really like 6'5", big as shit. Like, this is all the shit. So, and I'm just like, all right. I'm telling her what it is, right? He says, me and her having a conversation. He steps in and says, no, I said, I ain't supposed to ask you no questions, though. You act like I ain't supposed to ask you no questions. Like, we grown. Like, I'm a man. You a man. You got a ring on. I got a ring on. You got a mortgage? Yeah, I got a mortgage. I got a mortgage, too. Oh, that's decent. Like, you got good credit? Like, you know what credit mean? You know what it... Oh, me, too. Like, we're human, bro. Like, I'm literally telling him this. And he was like, Handy, I'm not worrying about all that. When I told you to do something, why you ain't just do it? I said, you know, Adam questioned God too, right?
My nigga.
If you the devil right now, I'd walk the fuck out. I'd quit myself. Like, and all she could do was smile. Like the other super, all she could do was smile. Like, we got him. Like, but it's shit like that. Like, so as supervisors, how would y'all handle this shit? Like, I didn't think I was wrong because I asked politely and I gave him everything that was going on for those 9 days straight.
Well, first of all, you don't force anyone to do anything. Now we do have like a walking joke at the job where there's some seriousness to it. It's like your job description is your job description plus whatever else I ask you to do. Hence the keyword is ask, right? Mm-hmm. However, if it's 9 days straight and somebody's not here, you're going to communicate that to your staff. You don't just put the work on them.
Thank you. So I was like, yo, it was 9 days straight. Y'all knew that they was going to be out. Why you ain't just ask me? Like, yo, we don't know how long main man going to be sick. Can you do it for at least 2 weeks? If it's more than 2 weeks, I'll ask again to see how comfortable you are. Is that not what we supposed to do as supervisors? Like, and I don't even want to be one, but I know I need it. That's exactly why I said I learned all this shit at Friendly's last episode. When I was like, I learned this shit and I know how to apply it. It's literally that. Why the fuck he couldn't do that?
Clean.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
because he wanted to be an asshole.
But you got some people that they be in a position of power and they want to throw their weight around. But those are the ones that get punched in their mouth.
I ain't doing shit. He thought he was doing something. So what?
Like, and did he snitch on you?
Then he snitched on me. I'm not, and that Mel still was there. They got somebody else teach it. Get somebody else do it.
As you stated, I do have. I'm not gonna say seniority, but I do have like an elevated role or whatever in my position. So I'm always asking because I'm not going to be like yo, like do this shit. No, I'm like, hey, did you do this or did you do that
or can you?
Or can you exactly?
Like even if I know it's in your job description, I'm coming to you and be like, hey, do this because first of all, and not to cut you off, the way society is now. And it has nothing to do with you.
Nobody give a fuck about their job.
They don't. I'm not going to up you and just say, oh, well, you going to do it. And then you're going to walk out and then guess who's going to do it.
Like, and the crazy part about it is even my boss, right, my manager, she literally still asks me to do stuff. Like, that's not really, she's asking me to be polite.
Correct.
Low key, she is telling me to do this shit.
But here's the difference, though. You have to build that rapport with the people.
Yeah.
You can't just like.
Yeah, you can't just be
like. Prime example. If I walk in here, I need $20. No, like real talk. I'm walking. I need $20. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? And we're coolish. Like we cool. We transferred money. I need $20. Are you asking me? Or you telling me?
That's why I was just like
who you talking to?
You do know Adam question guy, right? Like nigga, if you think you higher than fucking Genesis, nigga, you got me all the way fucked up.
Higher than Genesis. That's my boat.
Dog, ain't like you got me fucked up. You better find a resolution, nigga.
That's my boat right there.
Oh shit.
That's funny.
So did you feel like he was insulting your intelligence?
Hell yeah. Yeah, cause and then I told you, like, I was telling him how, like, when we was in there, I was like, well, this has been happening on the dock. Like, the lady down there, she ignorant, she always talking about, I ain't bringing nothing down to 13, come to 27. He was, well, why you ain't communicate that?
The same reason you ain't communicated.
Oh my God, yo, I almost threw an invisible jab. Like, dog, like, it's like, what's up with you?
No, the jab would have been visible, but the person would have been invisible. I got you.
So, this nigga literally just finished the episode for us. Because obviously it was a trigger because the boy insulted his intelligence or invalidated his feelings.
Invalidated my feelings with that.
Then he insulted his intelligence by saying just do it. Right? Then because Ant did it the first 6, 7, 8 days without saying nothing.
No, but you're not gonna say 6, 7, 8. I ain't say nothing until the 9th day. Yeah. It ain't like I said something on the 6th day, and then on the 7th day, and then on the 8th day, and then the 9th day. I went all the way to the 9th day to say something politely. I didn't go in there on the 9th day and say, yo, I ain't doing this shit, man. Like 9 days straight, nigga. Fuck wrong with y'all. Find somebody else. I didn't do that. Yo, hey, you got somebody else who could do that? I didn't say, hey, this is the 9th day. I literally said, hey, you got anybody else who could do this?
No.
So then you know what this. You know what he did, right? So you know
He
what the.
said no and turned his head.
Ready
That
for
was
this?
telling my intelligence nigga out.
Yeah. And you know what else he did? Since you did it those consecutive days without saying anything, right?
Yes, sir.
You took your kindness for weakness. We done. We're gonna wrap up.
I mean, well, ain't run the last 2 episodes. See you next month when someone else get a turn.
My fault, man. Like shit, man. Y'all keep in mind, y'all picked the whole 4 topics.
Get somebody else to do it.
The topics that I picked to come out the gate with was not selected.
I can only imagine how it would have been if they were selected.
It wouldn't have been this. Y'all niggas done had me in my bag 2 episodes straight.
Man, we thank y'all for coming out to the Ain't and Them podcast.
We cool. Man, cool now though. We busting on each other and shit.
Yeah. That's how it be.
He be like, Handy, can you do yourself?
Really?
But
That would piss me off too, though.
but
No,
here's the
but
funny
because
thing,
that's
though.
why. Because it's like, you know how we every time we go through some shit, then we can laugh about it. Like we came to a conclusion and shit. Like I ain't get written up or nothing like that. Like he was wrong too. So like, you know what I mean. But yeah, we can Handy, can you do it?
The only time I was in that particular scenario is when someone just told me I'm not doing my job, and I said you're going to do your job. She says,
Wasn't nothing.
Nope. I'm not
No
doing it.
9 days straight or nothing.
It was like one day. I'm not doing it. I said, what you mean you're not doing it? I'm not doing it. I said, okay, well, this is what we do. Like, you know, like give people options, right? I said, this is what we're going to do. So I moved stuff on my desk. I said, this is what we're going to do. I'll give you 2 options. Either you do it or you don't. If you don't, you're going to go home. And if you go home because your shift is not over, you just abandon your job. So you firing me? No. Life is all about options and choices. So I'm
Take the blue pill.
Right.
You
That's
still have
it.
a job.
I said so.
Take the red pill.
I said so.
Don't come back.
Either you do it or you don't.
If this was McDonald's when that nigga said
it
that
was
shit
not
to me, I
McDonald's.
wouldn't have been able to do it.
Either you do it
But I don't fucking job.
or you don't.
Shout out to APW.
And if you don't do it, you can go home. However, if you go home because your shift is not over, you've just abandoned your job. So you're firing me. No, I'm going to say this one more time because maybe you're just not getting it. You're telling me that you're not going to do your job. In the event in which you don't do your job, it falls on me, which means that I have to do your job. If I have to do your job, then I don't need you here. However, if you do the job, you can stay until the appropriate time you're supposed to clock out. But if you're going to keep telling me that you're not going to do your job, you can go home. In the event in which you go home because your shift is not over, you have just abandoned your job.
Sounds like you
So-
said the same thing to it twice.
3 times.
Three
So
times.
if you abandon your job, you no longer have a job. So pretty much what you're saying is, I'm saying to your fucking job what the fuck I said. She went home. Cool. No problem. She's bad at her job. Walk in the system. Check. Done. Send that letter home.
See, I can't fire nobody.
Oh shit.
But a situation kind of happened like to me like that, but it was weird because, long story short, I asked Bull. I said, "Hey, the process before you reach out to a senior is you gotta tell us what processes you did and get ticket, and you gotta tell us what KBs, which is basically our knowledge system, you looked up
I'm about
for.
to say KB Toys. Ain't seen that joint in a minute.
What knowledge based articles you looked up to try to resolve the issue."
Mm-hmm.
So in his ticket, he didn't have anything in there. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Yo,
You fucked up now, man.
did you?" I just asked the question. I said, "Hey, did you locate the KB that says anything? Because your ticket is empty. It doesn't say anything other than the person's contact information."
He said, yeah, nigga.
No, he was like, "I ain't trying to be a dick. Literally, mind you, this is typing. You can't type. You're not supposed to say something. I ain't trying to be a dick, but." Don't you think if I found the KB or knew the KB, I would have put it in the ticket?
This fucking record I ticket, you had a virus right then and there.
So I was like, yo, I said, yo, I'm just doing my job, bro. This is one of the things that we do.
Y'all type back and forth.
Not type back and forth. I'm like, I don't appreciate you coming off at me like that.
So, are you on the phone?
No, we typing.
Oh, hell's no.
So
I ain't typing that.
So
much.
I'm like,
as soon as I see I ain't trying to be a dick. What's the specific number you got to call for him? Can you call him?
He's on our team.
Can you call him?
I can call him.
Yeah, it would have been a phone call.
Look, your dick.
So I was like, I said, yo, I said, first of all, I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me because all I'm doing is my job, right? So he started getting out of pocket
via type.
Yeah,
via type.
So
Like people can't view this. He's a stupid idiot.
Copy, paste, Kim Wagner, Daniel Hoffman, send.
I ain't mad at you.
Do I gotta bleep the names up?
No, they're just they're above me.
We fellows, you.
Oh, I thought the main man was him.
No, Kim Wagner, my boss. Daniel Hoffman, that's the dude who does like the QA and stuff on our team.
Mm-hmm.
And like if anybody gets out of line or whatever on our team or on the call, that's who we tell. Week goes by, he says he got a meeting with the boss, with Kim.
I bet he do.
5 minutes later, you see that nigga logged offline. It ain't 5 o'clock yet. It was like 11:45.
Night, sir.
Checked his account.
Deactivated. You have a good day, bitch.
Oh.
It's not your fault.
I don't know about other niggas, but
Cause who you talking to?
I never got fired in the middle of a shift or like at the beginning of a shift. I'd be damned if you had me come all the way to fuck to work.
That's fucking. That's a trigger, bro.
Yo, listen.
That's a fuck.
No.
I got fired. So I have to tell this story.
No, it's okay. I know. I got one too.
I got fired.
Don't do that. No, beep that out. She a fucking trigger. You asked for this.
I'm asleep.
You asked for this season 2. We're in season 3. You asked for this.
I'm asleep. I'm gonna just move it along.
No, tell your story. I got one too.
Yeah. So the job that I was at before I came back to IBC, main man was walking around all day like nothing was about to happen.
Nothing. Then he knew.
So earlier in the day, one of the bulls, you remember Z?
The name sounds familiar, but I can't match your name with your face.
The boy with the dreads that was at the joint. You said he couldn't stop talking.
I probably blocked him out because he couldn't stop talking.
His girl was pregnant, and they were having a baby shower. So I said, you know what? Since I'm cool with Z, let's go ahead and ask, can we like do a donation since I'm going to his baby shower?
Not a war, big fella.
Right? I said, hey, let me ask you a question. Z's baby shower is this weekend. I'm going to go to the baby shower. Can we, if I get a card and get donations for the team to give to them as a gift, is that cool? He said, yeah. Just don't send it an email. Just go around, you get the card. And he said, and I will, he said, I'll give you some cash to put in the card and whatever. We all can put cash in the card for him. Cool. Perfect. This is a Monday, bro.
Before you tell the story, I gotta ask. When they fired your ass, where was the card at?
I didn't get the card yet.
Oh, boys, I took all that fucking money.
Oh, I definitely was going to take the bread. But I didn't get the card yet.
All right, I'm sorry. I just had to ask. So I couldn't wait. I was
I'd been walking out that bitch like.
I just put Cleo.
So he was like, when, and the thing is, he was making it sound good. So when do you want the donations to be due by? Like Friday is good since I'm gonna go on Saturday. Okay, cool.
Wow.
3:00, because it was what he said that pissed me off. I get off. It was 3:00. I get off at 3:30. Like, hey, Stephen, can you come here real quick for me?
What day was this? This same day?
It was the same day.
It was like a Monday or a Tuesday.
Monday.
Right?
Pulled me to the office.
And you went around earlier that day.
No, so I asked him early Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, so I started putting out fillers for donations, but I didn't start taking the donations yet because I didn't get the card.
Got you.
So 3:00 comes past. Hey, Stephen, can you come here real quick?
Same day, right?
Same day.
Okay.
Can you come here real quick? I said, sure. He goes, so we're going to let you go. For what? That's the first, for what? So he's like, yeah, the other day I heard you getting loud on the phone with a customer and it just didn't sit right with me. I said, the 78-year-old person who had a hearing aid who told me to speak louder so he can hear me?
And this is all recorded, right?
Yeah.
Can you play back Y'all don't got a union, do y'all?
No, but this is the thing.
Everything that's monitored and recorded for customer satisfaction, all the other good stuff, it never works out in your favor.
Sometimes it does.
No, I ain't never seen
So
it.
here's the crazy part, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. This is not adding up. This is your first time having an issue with me. Normally, you would.
You kept your composure. You a good man.
Yeah, like normally you would have to have some type of training or some type of, some type of process or warning. Said, you're going to fire me after our first warning? So he was like, that's beyond it. Then I'm like, all right, I'm getting upset because he's not giving me any answers. When they brought the lady from HR in because they was going to give me severance pay, when I was like, well, what the fuck? How you going to pay somebody? How you going to fire somebody and give them severance pay? So I kind of knew something was up.
Yeah, this ain't no layoff.
Yeah. So I was like, this is not making any sense. It's not adding up. So then what pissed me off and threw me over the top was he's like, well, we're going to make sure you get paid for the full day. Motherfucker, it is 3:15. The fuck you talking about? Of course I'm going to get paid for the full day. I worked the full day. It's not like it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and you going to say, yeah, we're going to pay you for the full day.
Ponzi scheme.
It's 3:15. The fuck you talking about? Like, what the fuck you talking about? So I'm leaving. I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I signed the job. I said, so how much is the severance pay going? And she was like 36 something. I was like, all right, whatever. So as I'm leaving, I grab my shit. I see OG. I'm like, all right, OG, I'm out. He's like, see you tomorrow. I said, no, I'm out. They fired me. He was like, what? Confused as shit. I'm like, yeah. I said, I'll talk to you about it later. The next day, they had 3 new hires. So pretty much as he fired me, he fired the people that was not there for a year, so he can bring his own new people in there because he was a new manager too.
Oh, you nut ass nigga.
So this nigga fired me at 3:15 and told me we're gonna pay you for the full day.
I don't know.
I work at 3:30, bro. The fuck you talking about? Of course you're gonna pay me for the whole day.
I don't know what's worse, your story or mine. You got to get to 3:15. I got in that bitch at 6:54 because my shift started at 7 o'clock. Right? When I walk in through the back door, I see the manager who was never there on time ever. I said, oh,
He was there on time.
I said, yeah, something about to happen. And I'm quite sure it involves me. Now, mind you, I was off every Wednesday and I worked every other weekend. So y'all could have told me on Tuesday. I done got credit cards. No, new credit cards came in the mail. I'm shopping, buying sneakers and everything, right? Yeah. Come to work the next day. I go out, change my clothes. When I walk in, because the way the building was set up, the kitchen was in the basement. I come through the back door. His door was closed. I walk in. When I come out, his door's open. I didn't change my clothes. Come on, he said, "I gotta talk to you for a second." I said, "Sure, what's up?" So I walk in, and the HR lady is standing behind the door. Cool. So I walk in. He closed the door. She pops out. Oh shoot! I started laughing. I knew what was happening. He says, yeah. So the other day when you were working, the state was in the building, and you had a coffee pot on a half an hour before the meal started, and for that we're letting you go. I said, hold up, time out. Wait a minute.
A coffee pot?
Yes. It's okay.
You have to explain to me like I'm slow.
No, it's okay. I was slow too. I said, wait a minute. I said, so you're telling me that I'm terminated for doing something that everyone does in the dietary department, regardless of the dining room, the main dining room, treetops, or the 2 centers over there, healthcare center. He says, well, that's the wrong thing to do. I said, so at what point was you fucking going to tell me the wrong thing to do? Because what people have realized is, once you're in that room to get fired, you are already fired.
Yeah.
Nothing that you can say at this point is going to get you your job back. So I'm confused. I said, so you and I had run-ins and conversations and we'd argue and all that other good stuff. You can rub me off all that stuff. I said, but you mean to tell me that I'm getting fired for leaving a coffee pot on a half an hour before the meal starts? I said, I guarantee you, if you walk over to the healthcare center right now on both floors or you walk to that raggedy-ass main dining room that you got, I guarantee you it's a coffee pot on. He looked at me. He says, well, that doesn't change the fact that you're being termed. I said, you're right. He said, so you can go and gather your things. Cool, no problem. Look, the HR lady, I said, you can let this shit happen. You going to sign off on the shit? Because it's no paperwork. It's no nothing. I've been there for 6 years, bro. So it's not like it's like a 90-day period of like, none of that. None of that. I go get my stuff. He's at the door. When I come out, I'm walking. He says, I need your badge. I threw it at him. Fuck you, bro. Because now we about to rumble. So he's walking out, and they have to escort you out because all security guards were like old men. It was either old men or old women. So he's walking out. I turn around. I say, yo, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you cross this line, I'm gonna break your fucking face. Like, I want you to know, I'm gonna break your fucking face, bro. He's walking. In the joint. Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I was gonna break. I gotta let this go, but to this day, if I said I'm gonna punch him in his mouth, bro, because I like. If you didn't like me, just say you don't like me, bro.
That's facts.
Like, just say it.
Don't come up with some bullshit, yeah.
Like, but I could have got you turned because you snatched my charger out the joint. I wasn't supposed to have my phone charging, and you was mad. The reason you was mad because I came in the purse and told you to replace my shit. So you threw the cord at me, and I said, "Now
he replaced it.
He had no choice. I was gonna break his face then too." Remember when iPhone was talking about the cord was cheesy.
Yeah.
You get like 2 weeks tops. He yanked it out the joint. He yanked it out, and my jaw stopped working. So I'm late to work. I'm late because my phone died and my alarm didn't go off. If I wanted to use that excuse, but I always had an alarm clock. So so that's the real reason you mad, because I approached you with that, and I'm a young African American, and you're a young Caucasian, and you're cocky and arrogant, and you was given this position. So it's like, bro, that's the real reason you upset. You upset, like, and I guarantee you at this moment, I make more money than him because he was a drunk. Like me in my position and him at his, I guarantee you he is still a fucking manager, not a director.
There's only one person that I still want to pop off on.
I'm gonna beat Ken Strauser ass.
Who that?
That's the nigga name. I ain't forget it.
Yeah.
I should look him up on social media and find him and punch him in his neck.
Yeah, Gary Steps. B-Mac knew who he is.
Gary Steps sound like a dick.
He was a short dick too. He was a short fat.
Pause.
Out of pocket.
Little stubby.
Yeah.
Little thumb.
Yeah, he fucking. What was the on Willy Wonka, the chick that blew up?
Oompa Loompa?
No, the one who ate the gum stopper and she blew up and got fat.
I don't remember her name, but I knew the short motherfucker.
He him. He like the penguin. He like a short nigga, short fat nigga.
Not the penguin.
Yeah, but no, when I was getting fired, remember I went to the barbershop, had to go to the joint, get fired, and come back and get the rest of my hair cut for his wedding, and then go to his wedding, and then party the rest of my life away, and then his wedding.
After that boy, that boy turned into a monster. Then,
but
boy.
yeah, he started talking greasy to me too, like
It was funny.
a union rep at that. I still to the dirt, like oh man, B when you see this. Find out what Gary Steps said for me. And if anybody listening that know him,
Found him.
tell Gary Steps I'm looking for him.
I found him.
I don't care.
I found
I'm
him.
right here. Nut ass nigga.
But he looked like a name, don't he?
Just he look like
That's
Gary
your friend.
Steps. His name Kevin Steps and his name Gary Strauser.
What's funny is we literally did a pie without actually touching these because we told stories. And niggas took our pie just for weakness and insulting our intelligence.
Oh, cause that shit nutty, man. Like and like it's like dog. Like if I'm, especially when you dedicated to your job or like you dedicated to a relationship or like you really trying your hardest and like people just really be fucking trying to play with you, dog. Like
I want to tell this story.
This nigga a realtor. I write down on him.
I want to tell this story about a past relationship. I probably already did though. How all these like it's still it's not a trigger to this day, but when it happened, it was a trigger because literally all these things came in. Well, not the first one, but 2 through 4 came in.
what was the
Name calling. So it's literally name calling and validating my feelings, and insult my intelligence and taking my kindness for a weakness.
Gotcha,
So
yeah.
2 through 4 actually came through. So did I? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Did I tell a story about my past ex? Her name was Whitney.
But I bleep her name out. She might sue you for defamation.
So
You can't sue defamation when it's facts.
you told a story.
Nigga, don't nobody know his facts but you and her.
No, it's other people who know it's facts.
You've told a story of season 1 Because I remember Rick was still here. You did tell us season about an ex on story one. I mean, sorry,
Season one.
You told a story about an ex on season one, but I don't know what story you're actually about to say.
Okay, so
The name sounds familiar to me.
yeah, so she was the ex that gave me like the most fucking craziest shit stories and shit
I
ever
thought you were about to say something else, cuz.
out of pocket.
I was about to be like, wait a minute.
Out of pocket. No, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just touch on all of these real quick.
Oh, shoot.
Validating and validating my feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
I probably said this. When my grandma passed away.
Mm-hmm.
She told me to man up.
You did, yep.
I remember saying
heard that one. Yep, that was the one.
that.
And I said you should have choked her.
That's invalidating my feelings, right?
That's disrespecting my grandma too.
So
Snake
even if
heifer.
you ain't cool with your grandma, it's like out of play.
So then we still had a relationship or whatever the case may be.
Really? What?
Yeah.
You was a name.
Nan, soft ass
I was like 18.
saying.
Yeah. No, actually, it wasn't even 18. I was 17. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, fuck that.
So then we still
You
kind of
was a
dating.
twin.
We still dating or whatever the case
Whipped ass
may be.
nigga.
It could have been a regular friend. You don't tell nobody that. It
tell
could have been
nobody
an
that.
associate. You don't just tell somebody
Yeah.
to man up.
So again, long story short, we still dating. We go on prom. She go to my senior prom or whatever with me. Then she leave. So then I knew that it was some nigga that she was like not talking to, but like that was cool with. So when she wasn't answering my phone, I was like,
I just want to tell you, the listeners ripping you a new ass over.
So, look, so am I in my head.
Somebody listening like Steph is on some bullshit.
"How about bullshit?"
It's okay.
Or you
Finish the story.
was some bullshit.
Yeah, I definitely was. I wholeheartedly admit it. I was on some dumb shit.
Even if you didn't admit it, we still saying it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Because right now I'm a viewer.
You stupid.
I'm watching it.
She wasn't answering her phone, so I knew. So when she wasn't answering her phone, I knew she was most likely around this nigga. So that's when I started doing my shit. So she doing her shit, and now I'm doing my shit, right? So then I probably said this again about her, and then when she took my kindness for a weakness is when I wanted to go check on her mom because again I remember I said her mom had a stroke, and she dipped off.
Oh, her.
Yeah,
Got you.
She dipped off.
You never. I don't remember you saying that was her name.
Dan,
Got you.
please don't say her mom never had a stroke.
Huh?
Please don't say her mom never had a stroke.
She did.
Oh, all
No,
right.
she didn't. Yeah, she did have a stroke.
But she ain't like really. She wasn't really with her mom.
No, so she lived. So long story, she lived with her mom. Her mom had a stroke. She dipped off on her mom when her mom was in the hospital to go to Newark with the same nigga. I'm the definition of, or the meme of, the nigga that she told you not to worry about when I was 17.
I'm not gonna go into the story, but I was there before, bro. It's all right.
The nigga that she tell you don't worry about.
All the right
and,
in the wall.
and you know what? Truth be told, to me it was part of the game. The reason why it was part of the game because I had to learn.
I didn't like that game. Though.
I didn't like it either,
That game hurt.
but I had to learn.
Ew.
Raggedy bitch.
You. And
Cause watch, he about to say, cause he was a nigga that chicks have to worry about. That ass nigga. That's why I hate septic niggas, dog. I think a lot of septic niggas probably hit my chick back in the day, dog.
this is way before I was something.
This
Don't
nigga,
matter.
This nigga was the nigga that was. That's my play cousin.
You was the play, not the play cousin.
Bro, I was everything, my nigga. I was everything, my nigga. That's why I don't like, dog, like, so much shit is just part of the game. It's just, dog, y'all know I got stories. Y'all know I done.
But the funny thing about it, if the shoe was ever
No, the shoe was on the other foot, part of the game. Dog, like, listen.
No, I'm not. Nope,
Listen.
I'm not.
Because literally years later, she called me crying, talking about, "Oh, I should never left you."
You know, I said I got 2 words for you.
Yo, she called me talking about, I should never. And this, first of all, this is 2 years later. I'm in college. I'm with Bonnie now and shit. Should never left you. Understand the third. You might want to beep this out. It's up to you. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I found him cheating on me. Oh, that's crazy.
How you get him is how you
Then
lose
she was
him.
like, "Yeah, but he was cheating on me with a dude."
How you get him is how you lose
What
him.
Birdman
Dog,
said,
you gotta keep in mind, man. Like,
Gilly.
I'm like, yo, like for a second I felt bad for him. Like, damn.
Why would you feel bad?
Let me explain.
No.
You caught that nigga cheating with another nigga.
It's a dick on the phone.
It's exactly. Damn. Like, You caught that nigga with a dick in his mouth, like.
Oh, she caught him with it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's why I felt. I said, damn.
I still don't feel bad.
What?
I said, ain't that? Is this what you want?
I felt bad for 10 seconds.
I didn't feel bad for none. He hit me. Damn, that's crazy. What you want me to
Bro,
do?
listen.
It's part of the game, though.
I don't like that game.
I felt
though.
like an evil villain, though.
Dog,
I literally, when she
I
was
done-
telling me the story, I was just like this.
I done
I'll
did,
get you
I done
next time,
did
Gadget.
some shit that I wasn't aware of. I done did some shit that I was aware of. Shit doesn't happen to me multiple times. Bro, this shit is part of the game.
I
Like,
don't like that game.
no, like what?
It's my line. I don't like the game.
I started having sex at 14, and that shit went all the way up to 28 when I met Shar. From 14 to 28, I done experienced a bunch of shit. I done been involved with a bunch of shit. I done seen a bunch of shit. Like, dog, like,
I hear you. I ain't gotta like it though.
man, I done almost got killed over some pussy. Like, bro, like, man. So if that,
This might be a wild statement. I don't like pussy that much though. I'm looking killed over it.
I mean, you sometimes you don't know.
What you
Like
show?
when I went to go see Shorty in Abbotsford, I ain't know that it was about to go off like that.
I would never. First of all,
When I went to go see Shorty in them projects right across the bridge in Camden, I ain't know it was going to end like that. Like, dog, like it's so much. It's part of the game, dog.
I don't like that game, dog.
Nobody likes the game, but how else you gonna live?
I'm not messing. Well, at the time, I'm married now, so it's different.
I mean, that's me.
No,
That's
I always
you
gotta say
guys.
that.
No, you
No,
don't.
I gotta say that. I gotta say it. I gotta
That's
say it.
part of the game.
No,
like,
man, fuck that.
It's part of the game, so we ain't gotta say it no more because it is what it is.
I wasn't messing with chicks in projects.
I was.
Thank you.
Y'all out of pocket, dog.
I was born and raised in the project.
Where you from? Abbotsford. No.
Once upon a time up in
So you probably
Abbotsford,
know.
yo,
You remember
I damn near had the record.
Do y'all remember the project that was on Temperature Ride?
Yeah, they decent now, but they like
They actually houses now.
houses now.
Yeah, that's where I grew up at.
Must be nice.
Dog, man.
Nope.
I mean,
Bloomberg, Bartram Village, Abbotsford.
definitely going to Bartram Village.
What's the high riser joint in West?
near you.
43rd and
I never go to West Sir. That's one thing I didn't do.
43rd. Oh, I never mess with no South Philly chicks.
I would never.
I was talking to Laura the other day.
What's wrong? Wait. Hold on. What's wrong with South Philly chicks?
I just never had. So listen. First of all,
You said like I should know.
no. Listen.
You should.
No. All right. So listen.
Where's you from?
Find me a South
Sanaya,
Philly chick.
listen.
I know.
Sanaya, Soroya, and Laura and Jazz. They are from South Philly, right?
All them
so
crazy.
we had oh yeah, shout out to Jazz. We went to her mom's funeral last week. Rest in peace, Miss Angel. You will be missed. We love you, sis. You know we here for you whenever you need us. So Laura says something, right? And you know Laura's Cambodian. She's from the other side of South Philly. So she was like,
She got the best of both worlds.
she said something, and I was like, I'd never mess with no South Philly chicks, like ever. And Sanaya was like, why, bro? And I was like, I was under the belief that y'all always set niggas up. And she was like, she was like, we're all not like that. Like we're all not like that. And I was like, I
would never know.
I would never know.
Me neither. Nope.
I would
And I
never
don't
know.
Nope.
Shit, it was to the point where I only knew one nigga from South Philly, and that was Mel. And Mel was originally from Southwest.
Chris was from South Philly.
Word. Never knew that. Yeah, Mel was the only one. Mel was from 18th and Federal, and he's the only one that I knew from South Philly. Like I don't know. No.
Only nigga from South Philly I trust is my brother. And Mel.
That's it. Who
G.
G from South Philly?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Like 21st and Federal around there. And I could be off by a little bit.
I wonder if G know Mel uncles.
Yeah, G might know Mel. Depending on when Mel left.
G might know Mel. Yeah.
Yeah, G only 40. 5.
Yeah, because them South Philly chicks wasn't so montage.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Is anybody got thanks for looking out?
Yep. I like to thank the big homie for not allowing me to mess with no chicks from South Philly. Thank you, Jesus.
No, any South Philly chicks, we just playing. I'm just playing. I don't know about these niggas. I'm just playing.
He married a chick from
I
South
married a
Philly.
chick from South Philly.
Who? Oh, Monty from South Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to South Philly.
He said money hit hard, right? He said that multiple times. Money be whooping his ass in the house.
She don't whip my ass. But I believe if I was less of a man, she probably whooped my ass.
Bro, all you gotta do is send a text. Just say, you ain't gotta send help. Just send the H. I got you. Somebody on the way.
I'm pretty sure that if I was smaller, Monty hits would like really hurt.
Could be true.
But then she's like, I used to hit my dad in the stomach, and your dad probably, your dad was like, not saying nothing than shit. He's like, ha, dad.
That makes sense why I'm scared of money though. And Laura.
Laura can be intimidating, but when you get to know Laura, she's very kind and sweet.
Laura said, hey, you're not listening. Don't move. I'm like, bro, how are we gonna walk if I don't move?
No,
I gotta walk.
so that's the thing, right? You got so you got Laura who's Cambodian, you got Jazz, and then you got Sanae and Soraya. They like when you get to Laura can be a little stern when you meet her. Jazz is definitely super nice when you meet her. Sanae and Soraya, they kind of hard when you meet them. But once you get to know them, they're all really, really like nice. They're really, really nice. Like I don't know no other South Philly girls
so
like
all four of those
that close.
All 4 of the women that you named,
But they
are
some,
all nice.
They some gunners though.
However, I'm scared of the little one.
So my question is, before we actually do get out, what was y'all first impressionation or first thought of Monty?
What you mean first impression? They was in high school. I don't fucking remember. I was one of her friends.
So me?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I don't remember.
Yeah. So you probably won't remember.
I don't remember. I don't even remember. I don't even remember Monty at that time. I remember Monty like as us being adults. I don't remember Monty when I was like pursuing Tashira when we was younger.
I mean, did you ever see? If you don't see it, so
I mean, I don't know. Like I know I saw Tiffany one time maybe, and I saw pictures of Keisha. I ain't never see her. I don't. I'm just saying. I'm not,
so you've never seen Keisha in person?
I saw Keisha in person when we was at the airport and we found out she worked for TSA.
Keisha.
One of Tashira's friends or ex-friends or I don't know what they call each other. I don't know. There used to be 4 of them.
When I first met Monty, I felt like she was a little not rough around the edges, but I felt like she was a little stern.
But I think Nia is the mean one.
Yeah. Until you get that
Nia don't seem. I think I've had probably 4 conversations with Nia. She don't strike me as. And again, I haven't had
So those conversations I understand, but when you get to know her and the shit that she about,
but then also she was in a relationship, so I'm in a relationship, so it wasn't like we could really talk.
We ain't really talk neither.
He just never.
She's mean.
I ain't see that. I ain't see that.
Yeah, she's
with Nia. Yeah. But with
because he was helping her bag, it's different.
Nia will listen. Let me say before we go. This was a trigger for Monty. Okay, her roommates was bothering her, right? White chicks was bothering her.
Came up with my little sister. That's true.
Nia came up there, bro. She terrorized them white girls.
Is she the little sister?
Huh?
She the little sister?
Who?
She's the shortest sister. Yes.
No.
Oh, she the oldest?
She the older sister.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah. Why she gonna beat anybody? To fuck up. I don't care.
It wasn't beaten. I'll tell you off camera because I don't want to incriminate my sister-in-law. But it wasn't.
How long ago was it?
It was years.
Oh, you said college?
Yeah. No, it was strong.
Yeah, but you can hold it.
Yeah, it was strong. But yeah, that was your thing for looking out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you got things for looking out.
Shout out to the world.
Shout out to my godson because he walking again this week too.
Yeah, he He getting it down pat. He not scared anymore. So
Shout out
it's
to
decent.
my oldest son. I forgot to mention this last week because he's definitely 15. So shout out to Sai.
Shout out to my sister, Damika, and my young boy, Mari. He's doing a lot better. They actually gave him the right medicine. The past couple of days, he hasn't had any seizures, and it's weird because he only has them when he sleep. He hasn't really had any seizures, so. And I put her on to some people too.
I would be terrified as a kid if I know it when I fell asleep. I had seizures.
Like shout out to her for
this. I'm not going to sleep. Like
for going like because it was this group like this girl I went to college with. Her son has autism, and she like has like support groups and stuff like that. And I passed off my information. So shout out to you as well, Constance, for getting a group together and trying to get public school like a school for kids with autism. Shout out to that because again, if that does indeed go through, hopefully my nephew can go there. But yeah, shout out to y'all. And on that note, Ant, go ahead and take us out.
Follow me at ANC_N.I.C.E, ANC_nice215 on Twitter, ant_N.I.C.E on everything else. Follow the gang at THELNL Pod on all social media platforms, YouTube, all the social medias, all that. Follow the gang. Chef.
TheRomanWay.com is where you can book me for any of your upcoming events this summer. This summer, this winter, this spring, this fall, I am available. Twitter is whogot_wings. Instagram is chefrome_89. Facebook, Jerome Johnson. And my other page on Instagram is The Roman Way.
When the next time we pod?
Next week.
We are pod next week?
No.
No. When the next time we pod?
It's like June, bro. June 1st.
Fuck it, never mind.
So what, these wings you want?
Yeah. I want to do that. Shipping going on,
Bro,
man.
I'm not mad at you. I got wings in the freezer. I'm waiting for you, baby.
Shipping going
Listen,
on,
bro.
man.
You know how many, and it's not a shot at you. You know how many people just have a conversation like, yo, bro, you cooking, like, what's up? And I just look at them.
Yeah. But you know what's going on with me, so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, it's not, never directed towards you. But yeah, just let me know, bro. I'm out here.
Yep.
Stuff.
Just follow me on Instagram and Twitter, HMKage1MKAGE. Something strange happened this week, by the way. I just want to ask you guys, and if you know, you don't know.
Us or them?
Yeah, just anybody. Listeners, you ever hear a song that makes you clutch your pearls?
No, not at this age.
Well, first of all, I'm 34 and I don't wear pearls.
It's a saying, bro.
I know.
All right, well, I'm 34 and I haven't heard a song ever to make me clutch my pearls. I don't think so.
So have you ever heard that song called Slut Me Out? It came out last year, apparently.
How it go?
I don't know how it just slut me out, and then he talk about spitting my mouth if you nasty, all this other shit, lick on my Gucci. I heard that song for the first time this week, and was
Spit in my fucking mouth. Who punching you fucking mouth?
You know, like,
Don't spit in my
we're not gonna get into that.
No.
We go get into that.
No, I'll punch you in the
it's
fucking
not
mouth.
that bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's worse.
You know how birds
No.
feed
Nope.
bird moms.
I'm done.
Oh, no, we out. We out. We out. We out. On that note, we out.